KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade.
Team Supreme and Team Elite laced up for the 6th annual Wendy's Boys High School All-Star Game at the FD Phoenix Center. John McCaldo with the answer. Top of the key, yes sir, count that for 3. Both squads going bucket for bucket. Daryl Robles, short jumper, falls for 2 points. Kyler Aflahi going to the rack for the finish. Back the opposite way, Jeremiah Kentucky sees an opening and gets in for the score, going glass for the lay-in. Josiah Quintanilla showing his range. Pull up 3, Drano all net from the outside. Jeff Labanza with the assist from Carl Vinca gets the bounce off another deep ball. Dudes were making it rain at the Phoenix Center. Justin Arjona getting in on the action. Labanza was the plug with the assist. Fans enjoying the high-scoring game. Vinca going to work inside, spin move to get the shot to go over the defender. Nate Carrion uses his speed to get by the defense for the scoop shot, high off the backboard. Cruz to Jeremiah David for another long-range score. David with the pass to Bryce Chargaloff, chilling down low. Chargaloff with the easy deuce. Team Supreme picked up the win 103-102. Xander Sanchez with the last bucket. Assist here from Jacob Miranda. Shout out to the refs for their contributions to the sporting community. Let's check out some Pacific Industry Basketball League highlights from the Guam Sports Complex. Imperials and MBI. Aljarel Grappe with the pass off the steal goes right at the defender for the score. Imperials attacking the basket early. Ike Gan put up 23 points for MBI. Mr. International Chris Connor straight off the trip from Amon Jordan. Hits from the outside. Team Guam in the house. MBI played the game with only 5 players. Gan with the bucket inside the paint. Grappe misses the corner 3. Dave Sardoma was posted up. Right place, right time. Put back by Sardoma is good. Jonathan Mitra finished the game with 8 points. Hook shot left side of the baseline off glass is money. Imperials got the win 73-36. Rodson Samina cleaning up around the glass with the follow-up. He put up 12 points in the win. The 2020 Summer Olympics Games is a month away and will be held in Tokyo, Japan from July 28th through August 8th. An estimated 205 nations and over 11,000 athletes are set to compete in Tokyo. This year's motto is United by Emotion. Opening ceremonies will be held at the Japan National Stadium. Japan was selected to host the Olympic Games in 2013. Japan last hosted the Summer Olympic Games in 1964. New to this year's games will be 3-on-3 basketball, freestyle BMX, Madison cycling, karate, sport climbing, surfing, and skateboarding. Guidelines for the games include COVID testing before departure and upon arrival in Japan. Athletes and support staff will also have to avoid interacting with locals and stay in bubbles. COVID testing will be done daily for all participants. You can catch this year's opening ceremonies live Friday, July 23rd at 9 p.m. on KUAM TV8. With the recent positive cases of COVID in Fiji, the country has closed their borders to all incoming flights. This has created a big problem for other Olympic committees because Fiji was the designated transfer point. Though Guam doesn't have that problem, GNOC President Rick Blas says the Guam delegation will be lending a hand to our fellow Olympic committees.
Protocols are constantly changing. They're basically updating protocols. We even have what they call a COVID liaison officer. Every Olympic committee is required to have one. But, the biggest challenge, I think, for many of us now, and, not so much for Guam, but for NOCs like Palau, FSM Marshals, and the rest of my NOCs down in Oceania, Nauru, Tuvalu, Kiribati, they're really having a major challenge of just trying to leave their country.
Team Guam will be sending athletes to the games beginning July 9th. The rest of the delegation will leave island on July 20th. Guam can expect a 4-hour delay when arriving in Japan for processing.
And then once they get into the Games Village, everyone is already given a handout of the restrictions moving in and around the Games Village. The athletes are not at liberty to leave the Games Village, and that's going to be the bigger challenge for many of the countries because, when you have a big delegation, it's hard to control who comes in, who goes.
Guam will be represented in judo, swimming, wrestling, track and field, and Olympic-style weightlifting.
We didn't want to let Joster know that he had already been qualified for the continental slot, and that's primarily to ensure that he's focused on his training and competition going into the Olympic Games. Then we have the two swimmers, Maneri Gomez and Jager Stevens, that are currently in Phuket, Thailand. There's a international swimming camp there. Regine, she's been selected. As you know, track and field has basically changed the way they select their athletes now. It's going to be based on the best performing records and rank and file system. So Regine has the highest point system. And then of course wrestling was qualified from IF competition in Tunisia.
With the games less than a month away, Blas is happy with the way our athletes have handled training and competing during the pandemic.
They really did a good job focusing, competing on the international circuit. And I've always told them, if you know that you've done your best on the competition hall, for whatever happens, you leave it there, and you walk out with with your head up